Welcome, race fans, to the SimWorld Racing Network's presentation of the All-American Racing League Truck Series. I am your host, David Hillbilly Hera. Here we are tonight for the season opener, the 2025 season opener for the All-American Racing League Truck Series at Daytona. This will be the Daytona 100. I'm glad you're watching along with us here tonight. Qualifying underway as practice wrapped up a few moments ago. Currently, Kenneth Pack sits on the pole with Kurgelak jumping to the pole over Pack. Kind of bouncing that position back and forth on times here. It looks like Pack currently holds it. We'll see what happens by the time Kurgelak makes it to the line. So Kurgelak made it to the line in second position. Kenneth Pack currently holding the pole with Benny Campbell in third. James Nelson fourth. Curtis Auburn fifth. Nathan Christensen in sixth, and seventh Tyrone Yo, and Tyler Nelson rounding out your top eight. Ninth would be Rodney Uberpacker. Now these guys, a couple of these guys at the back have not taken a time yet. We'll see if they decide to do so here just shortly. This is our first broadcast of the season. Just bear with me if I have to work through a couple of bugs here and there, but overall I think the audio appears to look pretty good. Video is out there. A little foggy here at Daytona, but we're going to see if we can. I'm having a little trouble getting the name off the bottom of the screen. We'll see what effect that has as the night goes on. See if I can figure out how to get that to remove there. Usually I'm in the booth here with the SimWorld Racing Network on Sundays for the Truck Series. Alongside me is usually David Lurfano. David, unfortunately, got caught out and about with a snowstorm, I believe, coming through, a little bit of ice and whatnot up in the northern part of our beautiful country here. And hasn't been able to make it in yet. They're trying to get back toward the house, so be safe out there, Dave, if you're listening. Hopefully you're not watching and driving, but if you're listening on your phone there. This qualifying has wrapped up. Kenneth Pack is your pole sitter with Michael Kurgelak in second. Benny Campbell third. Fourth will be James Nelson, followed by Curtis Auburn. Nathan Christensen will be sixth. Seventh will be Tyrone Yo. Eighth is Rodney Uberpacker. And ninth will be Tyler Nelson. Small field here in the trucks for tonight. I know that there is a NASCAR Cup race. The Daytona 500 is currently on, but this is going to be the best show, folks. Right here tonight on the SimWorld Racing Network. As the trucks take the grid, get ready to get this party underway. So we're going to bring 100 laps, 250 miles to you right here tonight. There were your qualifying results. 51.50 sets Kenneth Pack on the pole. Should see some pretty good these trucks as they cut their way through the air here at Daytona. They tend to open up a big wake behind them, as we have a 10th driver that was able to join the session. It looks like Travis Juggles Rodriguez was able to make it, so see if he can come in and bring it up from the rear here. See, did he make the grid? He actually may have to start from the pits if he's able to join here. Hopefully he'll be able to join in. the lights are off on the pace truck. Going to go green this time by, with Kenneth Pack leading the way over Michael Kerjelak, Benny Campbell, and James Nelson. You're watching it right here on the SimWorld Racing Network. As we see the cars coming off of 4 now, coming towards the Geico restart zone. Barney has the green flag in hand. First start will be on the green flag. Subsequent restarts throughout the race will be on the leader. Green flag is in the air. Travis Rodriguez may not have made the field. So we see the 16 of Kenneth Pack getting a good push from the 67 of Benny Campbell, last season's Truck Series champion right here for the All-American Racing League. Sitting there in that number 67 TikTok truck. Gets right to the rear bumper, the 16 with Kerjelak, that outside line with Kerjelak and Nelson in it. Able to surge ahead for the time being. Now the 16 going to get a little bit of a run back to the inside here. But the 75 and 41 are glued together. That's going to give this 41 a really big shove off the corner here. He's going to get clear of the 16, but he's going to stay up there with that 75 who helped him get in that position. Oh, 75 gets up, scrapes the wall just a little bit with that right side. Very small pack, folks, but you know this is some of the most fun racing you can do. You know, I've been raced in iRacing for a while in different size fields. These, you'd think it would be boring, and sometimes it can be. If you've only got 4 cars, 4 trucks, sometimes even, well, if you've got 5, the 5th car makes a difference, right? Because that can give you ability to pair up and 2 drivers try to make a run on the other 3, or 3 on the 2, and you get that back and forth all night long. Again, wouldn't be much to talk about, but you know, having 9 cars or 9 trucks here on track at the moment, you can get different packs running. This is some really fun racing. It also gives the drivers the opportunity to kind of learn some stuff. Obviously, we're going to have stage breaks. Stage breaks tonight, I believe at lap 20 and 40, and then we run the last 60 laps out. Break 3, but we're going to give points, award points for the top 10 now. That means that everyone starting tonight's race will get some kind of bonus point. But you're really going to want to get as many bonus points as you can, because we've seen these seasons come down to, 1, 2, 3, 4 points. Michael Kerjelak and Kenneth Pack. So really no passing so far. We've seen the shuffle between the outside lane and the inside lane happening quite a bit here. But overall, no real movement, no third lane opening up, no guys really trying to take a run. If we watch Tyrone Yo kind of here in the back of this pack, trying to figure out which line he wants to be in. Because, he sees the top line start to move, and he'll jump up there, and then when it starts to back up, as it appears now, Michael Kerjelak has dropped down in front of that 16. Kind of had to abandon the work he was doing with the 75 just to kind of maintain that top spot, and he's done so. Now he has the 16. Now the 16 looks to the outside. He's going to jump up there and see if he can make the outside lane work. 41 slips up the track just a little bit. 16 having to take evasive action. That Kenneth Pack, and able to do so, but Kenneth is now backing up to the 75. So look for another charge from the outside. Hopefully you didn't miss it, but if you did, you can go back and watch it. The All-American Racing League Cup Series. We started our season on Thursday night, and the outside was the place to be, it seemed, at least for the pass. Once people pass, they seem to always get down to that inside. But you could definitely, if you were going to make a move, you had to do it on the outside, and the pushes got harder and harder throughout the night. But be sure and check that out if you'd like. It was a good race. Unfortunately for myself, I ended up getting called out to work in the middle of it, or actually in the middle of pit stops for the first green flag pit stops. But the other guys had a good time and a good race, and pretty well caution free. I mean, it wasn't caution free. There were cautions, but I mean, it was low on cautions. We'll say that for a fairly good sized field. We're here on a Sunday night to watch Kenneth Pack as he's leading the way here. Now Michael Kerjelak. See Kenneth drop right back down to that inside as well. And then Kerjelak goes up to the top side, going to make the pass or try to make it again. But keep your eye on the 1 and the 75 here, folks. That's one of Curtis Sauburn and the 75 of James Nelson. These guys, they love to hate on each other, but they love to work together on restrictor plates or super speedways. I need to quit calling them restrictor plates. I know we're not carbureted anymore. We don't have restrictor plates in cup cars. I'm not sure. The trucks, I believe, are fuel injected as well. But I am old school. Side drafting going on as they snake back and forth down the backstretch. Now the top line's kind of falling apart. You've only got 3 trucks there. Got the father and son duo of the Nelsons pushing the 1 of Curtis Sauburn. See if we can jump on board with James Nelson and watch these pushes. Now he's looking kind of the outside, so okay, getting back in line. We'll see if we can get on board with him. I think he's wearing one of our helmet cams here tonight as we ride on board with the number 75 of James Nelson. As you see that truck go up and make contact with Sauburn, Sauburn's truck gets cooking, but you can see just how much of a push that gave him to put the 1 truck out front. Now the 1's wobbling a bit. 75 had to check out of it, to check up just a bit to keep from hitting him and getting him out of shape. These trucks, my understanding is these trucks are very loose and tend to bobble just a bit. So riding on board with Kenneth Pack, you can see how smooth he is on that wheel. Just little micro corrections just to keep it kind of straight. Trying to glue himself right to the back of the 41 of Michael Kerjelak. 11 laps of 100 here in the All-American Racing League Truck Series for the Daytona 100, the season opener for the Truck Series here tonight. Congratulations to our All-American Racing League Cup Series Daytona 500 winner, which I believe was Joshua Hetrick, getting it done on Thursday night, and then Friday night in the Quick Finishers Racing League, which we did not get broadcasted here on SimWorld Racing Network. However, a lot of these guys racing that, and the winner of that event was the man you're riding along with right now, Kenneth Pack. Kenneth Pack getting the Stage 2 win and the victory there on Friday night. 500 miles in both of those races, Thursday and Friday. And we're running a 250 miler here tonight. So Michael Kurgelak is your leader, followed by Kenneth Pack, Curtis Sauber, James Nelson, Benny Campbell, Tyler Nelson, Tyrone Yo, Rodney Uberpecker, Nathan Christensen. Oh, the 7 of Travis Rodriguez has made it out here. Now, he's going to be several laps down here, but is rolling on track now. Fourth gear of 187 miles an hour. And that was for a guy who not getting a push. Let's see if we can jump over to somebody getting a push here. Yeah, 199 I thought we saw there from Kenneth Pack, who's actually doing some pushing on Michael Kurgelak there to keep him out front. Oh, as the field starts to get a little bit racy here. So we see a lot of lane shifting going on, some good passing going on throughout the field now. Field kind of breaking up a little bit. Throw the track map up, give you an idea of where the drivers are on this 2.5 mile speedway.
How you doing here, bro?
So apparently Johnny has decided to join us. Hi, Johnny May.
How are you?
Oh, just calling a wonderful race here in Daytona at the Daytona 100 here for the All-American Racing League Truck Series. Special guest, Johnny May. Not sure why he's not. Johnny, did you elect not to run the Truck Series tonight?
I did. Because Daytona's really not my thing. But we'll be back.
Well, they're putting on a pretty good race around here with the 10 trucks that we have on track. Michael Kurgelak leading Curtis Sauber, or side by side with Curtis Sauber. James Nelson and Kenneth Pack trying to figure out that second row in that third position with Benny Campbell, Tyler Nelson, Tyrone Yo, Nathan Christensen, Rodney Uberpecker, and Travis Juggles Rodriguez rounding out your top 10.
Yeah, they're starting to get pretty dicey up there on the top out here. We'll see how it's.
Having a little trouble getting rid of some of the data on the screen, folks, but hope that's not bothering you too much. Just showing you the driver that we are actually following with our camera. Can't seem to figure out how to remove that guy tonight, but that's all right.
Outside don't seem to be having a push right now, but as soon as they have a couple more trucks, it's pretty.
Yeah, we've got about an even number in the top and the bottom lanes, but the bottom lane is appears to be holding together for longer periods of time and keeping themselves right out front there.
Yeah, it's getting ready to be a disaster here. Well, they straightened it up, but I don't see how.
Well, they're making it look easy here, Johnny. A smaller field. Oh, as we see him snaking down the front stretch, 67 gets down below the yellow line. No penalty for that. Wasn't making a pass. He was actually taking evasive action as they're 3 wide now. Tyrone Yo gets into this 85. 85 was almost up and around. Thought he was going to flip onto his lid. Let's go back and see if we can figure out what happened there. Oh, we're going to have to see if we can find a better replay than this. Let's see if...
All right, so the 67
We're going to keep an eye on what happens here with Tyrone Yo. Tyrone's beside the 85 here. Okay, the 67 gets down low. Tyrone has to go to the middle. And then on exit there, just kind of squeezes up. And into the 85. We're going to back that up here just a little bit. Actually, let's do it this way.
If you look at Benny's from the blunt view, you see he's in the middle and Tyrone's on the inside here.
We're on lap 22 of 100 here in the All-American Racing League Truck Series, the Daytona 100. So almost a quarter of the way through this race. See if I can find a chopper view of what happened there while we're pacing around. If you want to watch pit road, see if any of these guys come down. We're going to watch this 2 here. 85. 2 and 85. Now the 67 is going to have trouble in front of this 2 right here. 2 goes up, gets a little bit wiggly. Drifts up a little bit more. Okay, the 85 may have come off the wall there just a little bit. One looking at it again. Looks like the 85 came off the wall. And he and the 2 make contact. But your leaders are now on pit road. Let's see if they decide to take tires. Right side's going up. No tires for the 16 or 41. It looks like just fuel only. 16 and 41, fuel only. Yeah, I don't know about that call. You know, it was 12 seconds to pack that thing full of fuel. 12.4 for Kerjalak. And the 4-tire stop behind them of Curtis Auburn was a 14.92. So, I don't know. I mean, they definitely kept the track position, but now they're going to be out there on older tires. Not sure how much the tires are really going to, how bad the wear is. I know at Daytona, usually tires don't mean anything, but handling does. And regardless, once you get heat in the tires and you get a little bit of wear on the tires, you're going to have, it's going to be a little harder to control the truck. Okay, I'm going to try to make an adjustment here, and hopefully it does not pop up middle of the screen, but it probably will. Oh, it did. That's alright. I was able to quickly move that over out of the way. Next. Right. There we go, folks. I was able to get the name off the screen. That's really what I was trying to accomplish there with that. Unfortunately, I had to do it a little bit different way. But your leader is Kenneth Pack. 41 at Kerjalak in second. James Nelson third. Curtis Saubert is in fourth. Or, I'm sorry, Curtis Saubert is in third. James Nelson is fourth. Fifth will be Tyrone Yo in this restart with the 32 of Rodney Uberpacker starting in that sixth position. Or restarting in that sixth position. Now, as I said earlier, folks, the as I said earlier, folks, the well, I lost my train of thought there. I had too much going on in the background, so once again, I apologize. We're just having fun here tonight, getting everything warmed up to have a great season here in the All-American Racing League Truck Series. Get all the bugs worked out. The pace truck dips off pit road. Green flags in the air. The control truck was the 16. That's why he got to start any time in that restart zone. That's where my train of thought was going to be. Subsequent restarts being on the leader. As they head around towards the digger cam. Oh, wow. Getting up to full song here down the backstretch. Head down towards turn 3. Going to be carried. You're not lifting on the throttle here at all. Not for a second. You may come up off the throttle, just, lift your big toe or something to keep from hitting the driver in front of you too hard. But definitely not lifting. A couple of drivers toward the back of the pack here. Tyler Nelson and Travis Rodriguez. I was worried that they were going to lose the draft there, but it looks like they might be able to hang on to it here. Especially if these guys up in the front get to racing. This is the SimWorld Racing Network. You're watching the All-American Racing League Truck Series Daytona 100 from Daytona International Speedway in lovely Daytona Beach, Florida. Be sure and smash that thumbs up button if you're having a good time here. That's the only price of admission for these races. Please hit that thumbs up button. You can share with your friends if you'd like to. That'd be cool. But expect larger fields next week in Atlanta. Again, tonight's the Daytona 500 got delayed if you're not watching that. So a lot of folks are having trouble getting done with what they're doing in their daily life to run this race tonight. But come next week in Atlanta, we should have a much larger field here for the Truck Series. The 41's now getting another good push from the 75 of Nelson. Nelson proving to be a very strong pusher now. 41 cleared the one of Sauber and it jumps down there. Now the one's jumping up top. He wants to go back to the front. He doesn't want to be challenged for that, so he's looking for a push from the 75. His buddy in the 75 there. Now the 75's to the back bumper of the one. Here comes the outside lane. Great push by that 75. He locked on the rear bumper of the one. So he shoves him down the backstretch off into turn 3. But the 16 and the 41 are staying linked together as well. So the outside lane not able to get up and around him. Oh, is looking at 41 around and almost on his lid. Collects a couple other trucks in his wake. Oh, now the one of Sauber is going around after the fact. It gets down into the 85 of Nelson. Damage to both of those trucks. We're going to have to go back and try to sort all this out. As we try to find a replay here, folks. Follow Kurjalak here in the 41 truck. So he's getting pushed by the 16 here. Oh, they get to going back and forth. No, it was actually the push. Let's back that up and take another look. It looks like it was a push by the 75 to the one that just kind of went to the right side of that. There you go. To the right side of his bumper right here. Now, that got him turned down and into the 41. The 41 almost over. Gets up onto the driver's side door. Oh, and then that aftermath. Lap 32 of 100 here in the Daytona 100. Under caution once again for the second time here tonight. This time it was just a bad push. 75 got a push into the right side of the bumper of the one, and it just turned his nose down the track. And being in that outside lane, unfortunately, it took him right down and into the side of the 41. hooking the 41, sending him up into the wall and then onto his driver's side door momentarily. Scary accident for sure. And a little bit of damage, it looks like, on this one truck. Yeah, he's got the nose beat up. We saw what happened afterwards as he got down and into the 85. He's got left nose damage. You can see that left side tire sticking out pretty far past the sheet metal. He's going to go ahead and bring it on down pit road. We'll see if he decides to take a fast repair or how he's going to handle it. See, the 7 of Travis Rodriguez is coming in as well. Nathan Christensen, James Nelson, Michael Kerslak, Tyler Nelson, all in for service here. See, it looks like maybe that one truck is going to take the time to get the damage repaired, because I didn't see him use a fast repair. Usually, if you use this fast repair, we would see the fender just kind of pop back out. Did not see that in this case. So, as you can see, his tire is still sticking out further than the sheet metal. Now it's starting to work itself out as the crew members are pulling that sheet metal out from the tire. Still quite a bit of damage there. It's got a little crease still in it. It might be okay if he stays, in behind somebody, but otherwise that front tire, it's going to stay cool at least. He still sits on pit road. Probably going to use all the time that he can here. We see Tyler Nelson is still on pit road. As many of these other drivers have already got their service and exited pit road. Your leader is Kenneth Pack with Rodney Uberpacker in second. Benny Campbell third. Tyrone Yo fourth. James Nelson kind of got this thing sparked off with a little bit of a bad bump. It's kind of hard to make sure that you're hitting square dead center every single shot that you give out here. And that push just kind of got the one in the middle of the corner and got him turning down the track. As we see Curtis Auburn still sitting here on pit road, we're going to find out where Kenneth Pack is. They're coming off 4 now. Let's see if Sauber gets to moving. Is he going to go a lap down here? He gets rolling. Looks like they put a new coat of paint on that right side too. All the scrapes gone off the door. Looks like the crease is fixed. Those pit crew members getting their job done, getting that thing cleaned up, looking nice again, pristine. Going to restart in that 10th spot, so no big deal here tonight. Obviously, you don't want to destroy your truck because you only get one fast repair in the truck series. I hope I'm stating this right, and if not, they'll correct me by next week. But I believe the truck series is not going to have fast repairs for any of its races beyond the super speedway style races. Just like our Cup Series. So you get one fast repair here tonight, but when it comes to all other races outside of super speedways, I believe you will not have a fast repair. I could be wrong on that one. I know that's the way we're doing it in the Cup Series for the All-American Racing League Cup Series, as well as the Quick Finishers Racing League. So if you're interested in either one of those leagues or this league, get a hold of us. Facebook.com/All-American Racing League, or you can reach out right here on this lovely YouTube channel. Leave us a message with how to get in contact with you, and we'll get in contact with you and give you all the information you need about any of these leagues. Our AARL Cup Series running on Thursday nights, QFRL running on Friday nights, and both of those being the Next Gen Cup Series. Oh, we also have Xfinity. How did I forget the Xfinity series? I guess because it just started up this season. It runs on Tuesday nights. The Tuesday night league is not. Don't believe it was. No, it was not broadcasted. So the Truck Series will remain 100% linked all season long. It was that way last season as we're getting ready to drop the green flag once again here. Lap 34 of 100 coming to lap 35. Kenneth Pack pulls out a little far. The trucks behind him really aren't grouped up, so maybe everyone just saying, you know what, let's give a little bit of room. We'll get them bunched up, get this thing running single file for a little bit. We'll just have to see if that's how it plays out here. So Travis Rodriguez, able to get back on the lead lap, is currently in the 5th position in that 7 truck. So able to get it going here. May have been a reporting error on our software here that made it look like he went several laps down, but nonetheless, he's on the lead lap. I haven't seen him do any wave arounds or anything. Let me know in the comments if I missed something like that, but Rodney Uberpacker, that inside line, or outside line pushed by Travis Rodriguez, able to momentarily take the lead from the 16. Four cars in the top line, 6 in the bottom line. 4 trucks trying to get it done. And yes, I know I called cars trucks, but that's, trucks cars, but that's going to happen. Looks like the bottom line formed up just a little bit better. Able to keep that 16 out in front. Some big pushes coming from a 67. Your reigning All-American Racing League Truck Series champion, Benny Campbell. Campbell admittedly says he doesn't really care for restrictor plate racing, says he's not that good at it, or super speedway racing, but always seems to find himself up here in the front in these races. Oh, as he gets a little bit loose there, the 67 does, running in that second position inside the inside lane. So we're riding on the back bumper of the number 16 of Kenneth Pack. You see the push that he gets. Oh, we see the engine. We see the engine, folks. You don't get that in broadcast television. Attention to detail iRacing gives to these vehicles. It's kind of amazing. See the pack heading now off of turn 4, led by Kenneth Pack. Inside lane, outside lane's kind of falling apart. There's only 2 trucks out there. Now we got a third one looking out there in Tyrone Yo. Tyrone not close enough to be able to get up with the 7. He's going to have to wait till they come back to him. They snake back and forth down that backstretch. Outside lane now has all 3 cars lined up. See if they can make something happen with just 3 trucks. So far, nothing happening without outside line. All the heavy pushers on the inside right now. Rodriguez giving it all he can to the 32, trying to get them moved up further in the line here in the running order. Starting to make some headway now, as they're now 32 is now alongside the 67, now getting alongside the 16. Maybe beneficial if this top line, and we'll see it throughout the race, I imagine, especially as Michael Kerjelak. Pierre Kerjelak's off the pace. He's down the inside wall there. Tough break for Michael Kerjelak. See if we can find out what happened to Kurds.
It looks like him in, I think it was the 75.
Oh, yeah, so it appears what's happened here, folks. If we watch close, we're going to look at this one more time. Looks like the 41 gets into the back of the 67, and the 70, yeah, back to 70 or back to 41 up, and the 75 just kind of caught him. Really bad for Michael Kurgelak. He ended up down in that inside wall. Now he's all alone out of the draft. Caution is out. Caution is out on the racetrack. Not sure what the flag was for. Any idea what the flag was for, Johnny?
I do not. I didn't see exactly. Because I was trying to find the wreck of the story. I was like, it's kind of weird after the fact. I didn't know exactly.
I don't see anyone. James Nelson is out of the running order. Maybe something happened with James. Let's see here. It's a yellow flag. Yeah, I don't see anything. Okay, so here's going to be the incident. Maybe this is what James was already back towards the back when the Kurgelak incident happened. So Kurds gets a really big run on this 67. It hits him and then just backs back and into the 75. That puts the 75 back to the back. So, yeah, I didn't really see any incident that would have brought out a caution. Maybe they decided to throw it for the 41 since the pack was so small. Normally we wouldn't do that in a points race, but there's admins. They'll take care of things how they see fit sometimes. If the group agrees to it. Yeah, Michael Kerr, the leaders, everyone coming down pit road for service. We watch the 16 bring them in. Now we know Kenneth Pack and the one of Sauber did not take tires. Let's see if the 16 decides to take tires this time. Right sides are up. Yep, it'll be tires for Kenneth Pack. See what Curtis Saubern's doing with tires back here. Yep, looks like his left sides are up. Travis Rodriguez with fuel only. James Nelson fuel only. Everyone else taking 4 tires from Kenneth on back. But that's going to turn the lead over to Travis Rodriguez in the number 7. You're watching the SimWorld Racing Network's presentation of the All-American Racing League Truck Series. This is the Daytona 100 brought to you by Callahan Cox Motorsports. Callahan Cox Motorsports, if you're up in the greater Maine area, check out Callahan Cox Motorsports at your local racetrack. Catch them running there. Callahan will be out there motoring. Matter of fact, I believe they switched to a new class of car for this upcoming season. So it'll be interesting how the young man's able to do in this little bit more powerful, little bit bulkier car than what he ran in last season, which it was a new car last season. It was completely different. He was driving the Camaro last season. Now he's bumped that thing up to, I believe, is it a street stock? Is that what he's in now, Johnny? Anyway. We're under the third caution here on lap 43 of 100 in the Daytona 100. Lights should go off on the pace car this time by. We'll stack them up. Yep, lights are out. Should be lining up 2 by 2 here. Rack them, stack them, and let's go again. Michael Kurgelak's making his way back around to catch the tail of the field here. Got some extra, went it back in, got some more of that damage taken care of on his truck there. Gonna get this thing back in perfect racing form to try to work his way back up from the 10th position. As the trucks head down into turn 3. So we'll exit 4. The Pace truck will dip off down pit road. These trucks will get them lined up tight and get ready to start sometime within that Geico restart zone. That is on the leader, Travis Rodriguez, to decide when to put the hammer down. He steps on the loud pedal, and this thing is going. It's anyone's race after that point. Let's talk to the admins about Travis Rodriguez getting a penalty after this race for still running his championship banners from last year. But no, green flag's in the air. 16 gets close to the bumper of the inside lane of the 7. That's going to help the 7 propel out way ahead of the 75. Now the 16 is going to abandon him down there, go up to the top with the 75 of Nelson. Curtis Sauber going to work with the 7 down on this inside line. Let's get 6 trucks to the outside, 4 to the inside. Oh, now the 75 comes down. Not clear. Gets into the 1, or maybe the, sheesh. No caution. See if we can pick up that replay. So we're going to see them get push here, and then 75, I believe, is not clear on the 7 when he comes down. Comes down the track. Yep, right across the nose of that 7. The 1 able to clear it. It's bad news for the 7, and the 7 able to get back up into the 5th position there. He's got a little bit of damage. It looks like the 67 is going to try to get on around him. I don't see any damage on that truck, but maybe they've talked about it, because normally you wouldn't try to pass someone. Yeah, the 67 seems to be having a little bit of trouble with speed. James Nelson's back there with Michael Kurgelak. They're trying to link together and at least stay above board here till the stage break. I thought I had it at 20 and 40, but this might be at 20 and 60. I'm not sure the stage breaks tonight, folks. Let me see if I can find that information. Okay, so the stage break should have been lap 40. I'm not sure. Okay, one of the caution flags may have taken care of that. The guys with the points will handle all that mess. It was 20 and 40, like I said. I'm just not sure. Now the 75 is going around at 41. They're going to try to let the 41 push for a bit. Your leader is Kenneth Pack. There's a 4-truck breakaway here. 16, the 1, the 32 of Rodney Uberpacker, and the 2 of Tyrone Yo holding down that pack. And then you got a little bit of a gap back to Benny Campbell leading this next pack. It's Benny Campbell, Travis Rodriguez, get the 85 of Tyler Nelson and Nathan Christensen, the next group of 4. And then it's going to be a gap back to James Nelson and Michael Kurgelak rounding out your top 10. Unfortunately for Nelson and Kurgelak, they're some 11 seconds behind our leaders. It's going to be tough to make that up unless these guys get split apart by green flag pit stops, or if if a caution flies. Green flag pit stops tend to split things up, though, because if you take more fuel than the drivers you're running with, or if you take tires and they don't, or speed on pit road, or don't get your entry as quick, then you tend to separate during those pit stops. But don't believe these guys can make it all the way to the end on the fuel that they have. Longest run tonight on fuel was 22 laps. Halfway, folks, in the Daytona 100. We are 50 laps into the All-American Racing League Truck Series right here on the SimWorld Racing Network. Thank you for joining us. Price of admission tonight, folks, is just pressing that thumbs up button, but only if you're having a good time and you really like the video. Be sure and hit that thumbs up button. It helps us out a lot here on the channel. Yeah, so the front guys are pulling away just a little bit from the second pack. I think that's due to the fact they're staying in line just a little bit better. It's some 3.5 seconds back to Campbell, from Tyrone Yo to Campbell. We'll keep an eye on that deficit, see if that starts to build. Let's see if we can pull up a battle box. We'll watch that gap from Yo back to Campbell. It's already dropped down to 3.2 seconds, so the backpack's starting to pull it together a little bit. Starting to tighten up their game here a little. Well, no, now they're passing one another, so that's only going to slow them down, and you can see the time deficit starting to grow now as that exchange between the 57 of Nathan Christensen and the 85 of Tyler Nelson. While they made that switch over in position there, it really kind of, the gap grew almost 0.4 of a second. '75 is on pit road. 75 is on pit road. He's out of the race, it appears. I'm not picking him up. Oh, there he is. So he is on pit road. He's been there for a couple of minutes. That leaves Michael Kerjelak all by himself out here. Going to be difficult to make any time that way. He's just hoping that he can get a caution flag before he goes a lap down to the field. But he's right at a half a lap down right now. That's only going to get bigger and bigger as we see the gap between the front four and the next four growing a bunch. It's over 4 seconds now. Going to step away for just a moment, but we'll be right back. You won't miss a thing right here on the SimWorld Racing Network. All right, back here with you at the SimWorld Racing Network's All-American Racing League Truck Series Daytona 100, lap 57 of 100. In the race, as we see that the top four is now pulled, pulled out to, actually the back four is starting to close in on this top group. But Michael Kerjlak's only about 13 seconds from going a lap down here. He's really, really wanting to see a caution flag to kind of save his race, as Tyler Nelson is on pit road. That's going to mess up that group at second four I was talking about there, with Nathan Christensen is now dropped to 3. We'll see if they're able to continue to gain. They're at 3.3 seconds right now with Christensen leading that pack. They've done a little bit of shuffling around here, I can see, in their running order. And that could be due to a couple things. Maybe with the 57 out front, they're going to be faster. Maybe the 7's pushing a little better. 67's able to carry that draft, running in that third spot there. Or, if a truck, when you're pushing for a while, you're not getting as much air in through the nose of your truck. And the temperatures can tend to rise. And there's only so much the motor can take, the oil can take before you've cooked that oil. The water is boiling out of the darn thing, and you're blowing it up. So really not sure the scenario there, but hey, maybe we'll get to talk to some of these guys after the race, and we can ask them some of these questions, as we will interview the top 3 drivers in tonight's race. The top 3 finishers will be interviewed to get their thoughts on how their race went tonight, and see what's up with them a little bit. As we like to do here on the SimWorld Racing Network, we want more info. I believe that the point system here will also have, along with the stage breaks, however they finished in those, I believe your fastest lap of the race will get a point. I think NASCAR just started implementing that. And with the All-American Racing League, we follow NASCAR rules, NASCAR point system, etc., etc. Throughout our races, as the 85 is going to go a lap down here after his pit stop. That'll make him the first car 1 lap down. Michael Kerjlak's another 6 seconds, I believe, in front of this pack. But you can see how quickly 4 trucks are able to just overtake a single truck. There's just no way by yourself you can carry the speed that a pack of trucks can. So the pack with Nathan Christensen, this pack of 3, are doing one heck of a job here with Rodriguez pushing and the 67 keeping him close enough to push. They're down to 2.7 seconds, folks, off of the bumper of Tyrone Yo. So they're going to catch the leaders at this pace. And then the race will be on. You'll take it from being a 4-car battle up front to being seven trucks. And no, they didn't go from being cars to being trucks. I know. I say cars when they're driving trucks. I get it. Spam the comments with trucks, the word trucks, if you want to. So this really, they've passed Michael Kerjlak. Now Michael Kerjlak's trying to get on the back of this field here. He's got to stay in front of that 85. So if the caution comes out, he can get his lap back. But now that just became a 5-truck, maybe a 6-truck pack. But Christensen and them, they're right there. They're within a half a second now, folks. They've been able, now they've caught the 85. That's only going to help them get up to the pack. Now they're going to the outside of the 85. Now they're going to look. Michael Kerjlak goes up to block. 3 wide. Now they're back in line. They have not only made up a 4-second deficit, folks. They're going to go up and battle for this lead. battling, at least battling the lead pack. And here they go alongside the 57 at Christensen, making some good moves to go to the outside. Now he's to the outside of the 16, followed by Travis Rodriguez. This is a battle for the lead, folks. Not only did the 3 truck, I mean, that blows my mind that the 4 trucks were not faster than the 3. You always hear about how you get them in line, but no, this 3 trucks went all the way up. Now Nathan Christensen abandons the top lane to control this. Oh, the 16 is going to cross him over. That's an outside crossover. 7 gives a big shot. Big shot to the 16. Nathan Christensen controlling this race for the first time today. And did it in spectacular fashion, coming from 4 seconds back to just fly up on the outside and take this lead away. I mean, these guys had to think, where the hell did they come from? Because I know as a broadcaster up here, I'm thinking that. And I watched it happen. I followed the stats, and you guys followed right along with me. How did it happen? I'll tell you how it happened. Some really good pushes, some tight pack racing. 7 did a hell of a job pushing, and 67 did a great job kind of helping the 7 maintain that push, and the 57 did a great job of leading the way and able to control his truck as he took those pushes. Now Curtis Auburn goes to the high side to try to get the 16 to latch onto his back bumper. They're going to stack up a little bit here. 7 looks to the outside. We're going to go 3 wide now. 3 wide. Who does the 67 go with? Now they're going to be able to get it back in line. It's going to fall back in place. Got a little, got a little excited there. Curtis Auburn now gets a good push by the 16. He's trying to clear that 57. Can't quite get it done. Nathan Christensen leads Curtis Auburn, Rodney Uberpacker, Kenneth Peck, Tyrone Yo, Benny Campbell, Travis Rodriguez. Tyler Nelson is 1 lap down in the 8th position, with Michael Kerjelak 1 lap down in the 9th spot. James Nelson currently retired from the race. This is the Daytona International Speedway. You're watching the All-American Racing League Truck Series right here on the SimWorld Racing Network. It's the Daytona 100. We've got let me do some mathing, 33 laps to go here in the race. 33 laps to go to we can crown a Daytona 250 champion here in the Daytona 100. I guess it would be the Daytona 100 champion. I think it should be miles, so it should be the 250, but I named it wrong. And with the magic of television, bam, it's the Daytona 250, 100 laps here at the Daytona International Speedway. We're having fun here, folks. I hope you're having fun at home. Be sure to say hello in the comments. Let me know who you're rooting for here tonight. James Nelson, if you're watching, let us know what went on, bud. I mean, I know you got caught there a bit. You and Kerjelak were in the back, kind of work your way up. I'm just not sure what happened that retired your truck from the race. Oh, caution is out. I blinked for a second. What in the world happened? Okay, we saw, okay, the one gets a push from the 16, tries to get down and clear himself, but he is not going to be clear enough. Right there, the 57 gets into his left rear. He may have been clear, but he needed to fully get down in front of the truck, and I think he got nervous there. Oh, the 57 gets up and into the 16. 67 gets a big piece of the front of the 1. And then the 32 is going to skate through. He catches a little bit of rear end damage from the 2. I don't think a single truck avoided the calamity and the mayhem here. We're going to go back and try to catch that one more time in real time. Yeah, so he was clear, but he just didn't get down. The 85 may have made it through without hitting anything, but other than that, I don't think anybody else did. So that would mean I don't think we're going to get a lucky dog. I think the lucky dog recipient might have been in the incident. Michael Kerjlak is one lap down. He's still out on track. They have not given him... Okay, the 85 is going to be your lucky dog because he was the only one not to make any contact. So he's going to get a lap back here. So we see a lot of trucks on there just getting damage fixed. You know, the airflow over these trucks needs to be just pristine. The paint doesn't need to have a rough texture to it because it will, they believe it'll take time off the clock. So these guys trying to get every bit of damage they can while Tyrone is your leader. Well, he paces around, so they got about another half a lap to go before they would go a lap down. That's not going to happen. You're going to see these guys pull them off pit road. They're actually coming off now. Rodney Uberpacker, Kenneth Pack, Benny Campbell's still sitting on pit road. Michael Kerjlak down getting the service to his vehicle, I believe. No, actually, he's out on track. He's going to take the wave around here. Not sure if he can go all the way on fuel. I don't think he can go all the way on fuel. So I think he's going to take the wave around, hope for a caution. This is all speculation, folks. If you've watched us before, you know that we do a whole lot of speculating here on the SimWorld Racing Network. We're not the professionals. You are. So let us know in the comments if what you think about these different situations. If you think that guys are saving fuel or what their strategy might be. Again, we're making a lot of stuff up just to I'm saying what I'm thinking. It's kind of the way that works. So we ride along with Michael Kerjlak. He's getting on around the track. I was trying to see if he was doing any fuel savings here. But I don't hear any. So as the running order is right now, Tyrone Yo is your leader, followed by Travis Rodriguez, Rodney Uberpacker's third, Benny Campbell fourth, with Nathan Christensen in fifth. Sixth would be Kenneth Pack. Seventh, Tyler Nelson. Eighth, Curtis Sauber. Ninth will go to Michael Kerjlak and James Nelson, who is out of the race in the 10th position. So Kurtz came down. I believe he's coming down here. Maybe working on a little damage. Definitely topping off on fuel. Which could be a reason why we didn't see any savings out of him. Lights are out on the pace truck. Going to go back to green flag racing this time by, I believe this was our 4th caution flag. We would have had 2 for our stage breaks anyway. Pace truck is off. Field is in the hands of Tyrone Yo. Tyrone fires off, gets a pretty good jump. The 32 of Uberpacker is going to be able to go along with him. There was no one on that outside line with Rodriguez. Now the one of Sauber is up there. Going to try to help Rodriguez out a little bit. Now jumps down in line in front of the 67 of Benny Campbell. Yo continues to lead. Uberpacker in that inside lane, pushing right along with him. Then you've got the one of Curtis Auburn in the outside lane, followed by Travis Rodriguez. Tyrone Yo continuing to lead the way, holding down that inside line. We have 5 trucks on the inside line, 3 on that outside line. We've seen 3 trucks work. Now, they had a good run, and they had gained some comfort racing with one another. And that does mean a lot here. Being comfortable with the people pushing you, being comfortable with the person you're pushing, because they have to be able to take that push. Curtis Sauber now starting to do a little bit of side drafting. You see these guys moving down closer to the car that's on the inside lane, or the truck. And the reason they do that is because when you get within a certain pocket of that air, now the air isn't forcing over your truck as much, and you can start to slow down. You're basically dragging down that car on the inside. And then as soon as you separate, it'll almost give you a lunge forward. These trucks knock a really, really big hole in the air, which allows any vehicle behind them or around them to be able to go faster with less effort. no real help on that outside lane for the moment. The 1 and 7 able to hold tight there because the inside lane really hasn't really closed it up either in order to be able to work together. 67 having a little bit of connectivity issues, kind of flashed out. That's the first time I've seen that tonight out of him. But we'll pretend it didn't happen. Haha. So if you thought 10 trucks couldn't battle here at Daytona, I hope this changes your mind, as we're seeing a heck of a battle out here tonight. Two of Tyrone Yo continuing to lead the way, looking for his first victory in the Truck Series here for the I believe it's his first victory in the All-American Racing League, I believe. If he's able to bring it home tonight, here 21 laps to go in the Daytona 250. Coming up on some lap traffic, the lap car of Michael Kurgelak, or lap truck of Michael Kurgelak, or about to be the lap truck. He was unable to keep up with the draw. Oh, as the 16 touches, makes contact, off the track he goes. We're going to see if we can find out what happened to him there, but I'm not seeing anything. Not sure if it's, I believe it might be right here coming up. May have the wrong video here. Just trying to find it. Thought it was going to be right there. Okay, apparently it's not. Unfortunately, going to be unable to bring that one to you. Back out front, the battle rages on between the 7 of Rodriguez, now being pushed by the 85 of Tyler Nelson, getting around Curtis Sauber to take over that top spot with 18 laps to go. Now the one of Sauber battling back to the inside. Got a little bit of help from Tyrone Yo. Four on four. 8 trucks battling it out for this lead position. Or the 7 trucks battling for the lead position. The 41 is 1 lap down. Now Rodney Uberpacker has lost the draft here and is all by himself. He won't. I don't think he'll be able to stay out there for 17 laps. Or stay on the lead lap for 17 laps. So we'll have to see how that works out. If he gets the caution flag, obviously that'll close up that gap, but haven't seen too many of those. It's Travis Rodriguez continuing to lead the way. You know, I made a mistake earlier I need to correct. It just occurred to me. Thursday night's race was won by Travis Rodriguez. The Cup Series race was won by Travis Rodriguez. It was the Xfinity race on Tuesday night that was won by Joshua Hetrick. All right, it just occurred to me, so I wanted to go ahead and correct my mistake there. Travis Rodriguez was the winner of the Daytona 500, locking himself into the playoffs for the 2025 All-American Racing League Cup Series season. You can watch us right here on SimWorld Racing Network on Thursday nights. Broadcast starts around 8:15, 8:20, somewhere in there. Qualifying happens at 8:30. We race at 8:35 p.m. and all those times are Eastern times. So we're going to Atlanta. We'll be at Atlanta Motor Speedway, another super speedway style racetrack now. So it should be interesting, should be exciting. See if Travis Rodriguez can lock in the win for Atlanta and continue his winning ways on these restrictor play or super speedway style racetracks. One of Curtis Sauber with help from Tyrone Yo, still trying to work that inside line here. 14 to go. The pushing is only going to get harder and harder now, but you have Nathan Christensen pushing the 7 of Rodriguez. They were a part of that. Actually, they were a part of that. These first three on the outside lane, actually all 4 were that 4-car pack that was back some 4 seconds, was able to close that gap and ended up taking the lead. Now, the difference in the way they're lined up is Travis Rodriguez was the second truck in line while the 57 led that lane. Now, they've fallen off the pace just then, but there's battling going on as the 16 decides to try to go to the high side. Now he's going to dip back down. Now he's back to the high side to try to make a move on Tyrone Yo. The 1 jumps up top to block that momentum. Oh, and it puts the 16 into the wall. Now the 7 and the 16 touch. 3 wide. 3 wide. Another wrecking. The 16's around. The 57's involved. Rodney Uberpacker involved. No, not. He was far enough back. He didn't have to worry about it. Rodney Uberpacker going to get to gain all that positions up, all that time on track. Going to get closed right back in on the rear of this pack for the restart here in just a few laps, folks. I'm going to step away for just a moment. We'll be right back with you. All right, we're back like we never left. You're watching the SimWorld Racing Network's presentation of the All-American Racing League Truck Series, the Daytona 250. This is the season opener for the Truck Series here in the All-American Racing League. It's been a pretty exciting event so far. Curtis Auburn is now your leader, with Tyrone Yo in second, Travis Rodriguez in third, Tyler Nelson in fourth, Rodney Uperpacker fifth, Benny Campbell sitting in the sixth position with Kenneth Pack seventh. Eighth is Nathan Christensen. Michael Kerjelak is ninth, and James Nelson rounds out your top 10. This is going to get crazy, guys. Cautions breed cautions. We're down to the end of this thing. The alliances, the working together, the patience, the pushes are going to become shoves here in the latter laps of this race. So I don't think this is going to be our last caution flag, but we're going to find out here just shortly. So we take a look back here at the number 1 of Curtis Auburn. Nose of that thing looks pretty clean. Nose of the 2 looks good. What happened to that thing? Yeah, it just jumped out there, got all kinds of crazy on us, didn't it? Let's see if that works. Nope. Alright, didn't make any changes to that, and it changed itself. So I think this software needs an update. I will check on that right after this event. Lights are out on the pace truck. Going to go green this next time by as they're heading down the backstretch and off into turn 3. Should see the pace truck pull off and head down pit road. As Curtis Auburn will be your leader on that inside line, followed by the 7 of Rodriguez. Yo and Nelson on the outside lane. Here we go. Pace truck is off. Green flag is in the air. Inside line gets a great jump there. 7 and the 1 able to pull away. Now the 32 Uberpacker getting alongside the 2. People are bailing out of the top lane. 67 dropped down to the bottom lane too. Left the 2 and the 85 out there on their own. Try to make something happen. Now the 16 jumps out on the top lane. 41 goes to his inside. Michael Kerjelak's back in this thing. Back on the lead lap and back into it. The battle is up front here between the 7 and the 1 with 9 laps to go. 9 laps to go in the Daytona 250. Season opener for the All-American Racing League Truck Series. Curtis Auburn currently leading the way. Travis Rodriguez got a win in the Daytona 500. Can he pull off the Daytona 250 win and win in both these series here? 2 of the 3. He's pushing the 1 pretty good down the backstretch. trying to get themselves pulled out and away from this 16 as the 16 and the 85 are starting to make the top side work for them. I see the pushes getting harder, the moves getting more erratic for these drivers out there as they know it's coming down to the end of this event. Now the 16's got a pretty good run. He's now to the right quarter of the one to try to take that lead, take it over the second position from Rodriguez currently. Now there's 4 trucks up in the top lane. As the 67 of Benny Campbell wasn't able to get by the 57, so he's like, I've got to get up here and try to get something done to advance my position here. But now they're falling back on that outside. The inside lane starting to prevail as they're running closer and closer. You're going to start seeing the pusher push the pusher, and when that happens, it's so hard to be that car on the middle or even the car in the front. That impact will transfer through these trucks. And just a bump at the wrong time in the wrong place, as we've seen earlier, can send you spinning down into the infield or up into another truck. Inside lane, now 3 trucks pulled ahead here. Who's going to jump to the outside and try to make a move, though? As we're coming down, we're inside 5. We're coming to 4 to go. 4 to go in the Daytona 250 here at the All-American Racing League. Season opener for the Truck Series. And what a good one it's been for just a small field tonight. Been some really good racing. We've seen a lot of lead changes. They're putting on one heck of a show here. And the only thing we're charging you for this event tonight is be sure and hit that thumbs up button for. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. We have racing again on Thursday night for the All-American Racing League Cup Series as we head into Atlanta. The battle's not over as the 2, the 85, and the 16 are continuing to try to move forward here, but they're going to have to get down and do some side drafting. And I know that you don't want to because you don't want to get taken out of this thing with a couple laps to go when you could get a good finish, but you're going to have to close that gap to inches in between your doors and use that momentum. But now they've got a lot of momentum going on the outside as the 16's now going around Curtis Sauber. If he gets around him, he's going to bail from this 2. It would be my thoughts here. We'll see what happens. Again, just speculating. But if he can get clear of the 1, I believe he bails and goes to the inside. It's not going to be good for the 2, but it would be could possibly be the winning move for that 16. But they've got to get clear of the 1 first. Now the 7's back up on the wheel, and he is pushing the 1 with everything he's got. 41 of Kerjelak back there. If you're Rodriguez, I don't know that you can make a move to try to take him 3 wide. I'm not sure you get the 41 to go with you. You almost have to jump up and use the 16 on that outside lane. Is the bump, the pusher pushed the pusher, and there you saw it. The leader is now on his way to the back. A very unhappy man is Curtis Sauber at this moment as now the 16. Now 16 gets loose by a bad push from the 2. 41 goes low. They're 4 wide. They're touching. Continue to go. Tyrone Yo down to the inside. What's happening up front with 2 laps to go? Now they're wrecking the 41 sideways. No caution flag as they're on the track. Now the 16 is going to bring out that caution possibly. Still didn't happen. Nathan Christensen is your leader, followed by Benny Campbell. Ay, caramba, it's the final lap. No caution flag, folks. We're going to go back and try to sort all this out. I don't know where to even begin looking for a replay, but now the 32 of Uberpacker looking to the inside of, he's down below the yellow line. Not sure that one's going to play. They're door to door. They're touching the 67, trying 3 wide for the lead as they come off of 4. 57 squeezing him pretty hard down on the Uberpacker, holding him down to that line. Your winner is Benny Campbell. Tyler Nelson comes in to finish second as the 57 and Uberpacker and the 32 are having a disagreement about who's where on the track. Not happy with one another as I see some friendly gesturing back and forth at one another. All right, let's see if we could go back and figure out what the heck happened. I don't even know where to start. Let's see. Curtis Sauburn. We'll see if we can fast forward here. We'll get your top 3, folks, which is going to be Benny Campbell, Tyler Nelson, and Rodney Uberpacker. See if I can find this incident quickly. Let me see if I can find. Rodney, you got Dave in the booth. How you doing, man?
Pretty good. That was a interesting finish, to say the least.
Yeah, I was just finding out where it started here. It looked like a bad push from the 41 to the back of the 7, who was already in the back of the 1. And then there was a little disagreement between you and the 57, I believe, about track space.
I'm not sure. I think I was low, and then he pushed me down the yellow, double yellow, and I don't know if I did anything wrong, but if I did, sorry.
Yeah, I'm sure you guys will talk about it and get it all squared away. But congratulations on a P3 here tonight, man, in the season opener for the All-American Racing League Truck Series.
Appreciate it.
All right, buddy. We'll holler at you. Hopefully we're talking to you. Are you going to be racing in the Cup Series on Thursday night?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I couldn't make it last week, so definitely, yeah.
All right. Well, we'll see you there, and hopefully we'll see you here next week, next Sunday in Atlanta for the Truck Series again.
Cool. Catch you later.
All right. Thank you, Rodney. That was Rodney Uberpacker, the number 32 Chevy, getting in 3rd position. Now let's talk to Mr. Tyler Nelson. Tyler, this is Dave in the booth. How you doing?
How's it going?
Man, where did you come from there at the end? I know there was a bunch of craziness happening in front of you, and you managed to make your way all the way through it. How did you get through it there on that last lap?
Doesn't matter. Just zigging and zagging. You go one car spinning up high, one car spinning down low. You gotta find a hole and try and make it work.
Yeah, man. Well, is this your best finish in the All-American Racing League Truck Series? Or did you run in the truck?
No.
Well, congratulations on a P2, man. Yeah, you keep doing that, and those wins will be right around the corner. All right, Tyler, you have a good evening. That was Tyler Nelson in the number 85 Chevy, finishing in the 2nd position tonight. Now let's talk to last season's All-American Racing League Truck Series champion and this season's Daytona 250 champion, Benny Campbell. Benny, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, man. Wow. Just talk us through that last lap for you.
It was crazy that everybody started wrecking, and then somehow me and Nathan and somebody else, I don't know who the other one was.
Rodney.
The 32, I believe.
Yep.
We went all the way around, and then I got clear of them, and then all of a sudden I seen Tyler coming out of nowhere, which definitely wasn't Tyler will definitely owe me one, and I will take it on the chin because he owes me one for that. But I couldn't. I don't know. In my mind, I couldn't not do it when we were that close to the line, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't very clean, so I don't know.
Well, listen, man. It was a battle all the way to the checker flag, and that's the way these things end up. You've got to. It's kind of dog eat dog there at the end. You have to go for it. Trying to see if I can find that replay here. Maybe not. There is way too much to find. But yeah, congratulations on the victory, buddy. You ended the season great, and you've started off this season pretty darn great as well. So yeah, we're catching. So we see the 85 catching. The three of you guys were 3 wide, and that was wild. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you gave him. You didn't give him enough room up there. just saying, but hey.
I squeezed him when I seen him come in, and I don't know. It's not clean, but at the same time, I'm like, it's Daytona, and it's that close. I feel like.
Yeah, you guys were within like 25 yards of the start finish line. I think everything, and I think Tyler would agree that everything is kind of open season at that point.
Yeah, I would say that Tyler owes me one, and if he, wherever he wants to do it, take it on the chin because I asked for it. I very much of that opinion. Somebody did that to me, it'd be the same way. Like, take it on the chin. You did it. It comes back around to bite you. That's what happens.
Yeah, man. Well, that's a good way to look at it. Well, listen, congratulations. Congratulations on being the reigning champ because, for last season and everything that you accomplished. But congratulations tonight, man. You're the points leader. You're locked into the chase already. So all you got to do is get out there and start to whipping these boys every week.
Yep, I appreciate it. I'll do the best I can.
All right, buddy. Well, listen, we'll see you on Thursday night for the All-American Racing League Cup Series. You're going to be running there in Atlanta?
I'm not sure. I'm supposed to work, but that's what sucks about the Cup Series is I work most Thursdays and stuff. So, but I will run on the Thursdays. I end up being off.
Okay. All right, Benny. Well, congratulations again, man. We're going to send you back to celebrate, and hopefully we're talking to you next week.
Appreciate it.
See it. All right, that was your winner, Benny Campbell, getting it done today. He's your winner here at the end of 250 miles in Daytona for the All-American Racing League Truck Series. Tyler Nelson getting his highest finish in the league in a P2. Rodney Uberpacker brings it home in third. Nathan Christensen not real happy with there was an altercation between he and Rodney on track. I'm sure those guys will square that up. Travis Rodriguez bringing it home in fifth. Kenneth Pack was sixth. Michael Kerjelak finishes this one in seventh, with Curtis Sauber, who was our leader going into the last lap, finishing in the eighth position with Tyrone Yo ninth. James Nelson rounding out your top 10 here for the All-American Racing League Truck Series. For the SimWorld Racing Network, I am your hostess with the mostest. That was weird. Hillbilly. And I thank you for watching. Be sure to hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel. We'll catch you next week, next Thursday night here on SimWorld Racing Network with Nathan Christensen up in the booth for the All-American Racing League Cup Series as we head to Atlanta. Take care. We'll see ya.